some things that I would recommend students next year doing in IB Sports Science is definitely taking good notes that are like clear and easy to read and easy to look at when you're reviewing for tests. This is something that I kind of struggled with. My notes were very like from the slides and like just basically the information that was given to me, and they weren't really easy to look over and study. So something I would definitely change if I were to take the course again is that. And then also, do not study just the day before, just 2 days before. Make sure you're studying probably every night, or at least every night you have the class, because you need to be able to learn all the information. There's so much information, and it's really difficult to know the information well enough to do well on the test if you only study 2-3 days before. You need to be studying every night. And then some of the assignments that helped me the best, I'd say particularly the quizzes were my favorite. Because it was just so convenient, so easy to have all the sort of information from the units that were directly on that one quizzes. And a lot of the questions were also very test-like questions, sort of stuff you'd see on the actual exam, so it helps you get prepared. And I think some of them were actually exact questions on the test that were on the quizzes, which was very nice and made them very useful. And then I'd say also I like the labs, the gizmos and all those, because they were sort of like applied them to real life and showed you examples of those and helped you go through a process to learn pretty step by step, which I thought was good for me and helped me learn. My effort level, for me specifically, I'd say first semester was, in terms of tests and all that, pretty good. I think one thing that I definitely should have done better with in terms of effort was my IA, because I feel like my IA was actually pretty good, but I just like struggled to get it in and like really do it on time, which is probably why my effort level, I'd say, was pretty low. But then second semester I sort of struggled studying for tests, staying motivated. So yeah, that's something that's kind of difficult, is maintaining motivation even though you're a senior. But yeah, I thought my effort level was decent first semester, and it fell off a little bit second semester. And then on work, the time I spent on work each day, I'd say an average of about 30 minutes. There were definitely some days where if we had tests coming up or if we had like bigger assignments, I would spend probably like an hour, maybe an hour, 30 minutes if I was catching up on stuff. But I'd say on average it was definitely 30 minutes, around there, either doing notes or some assignments. And then as an IB student, I definitely growed in like learning how to manage my time, because a lot of times I would end up like having to cram for some of these tests, which reflected in my grade, because there were a couple tests that I did not do very well on, and it was probably largely due to the part where I didn't manage my time enough and study enough as I should have. And then this connects to other content areas of life for me specifically, because in college I'm doing biology and I want to do a pre-physical therapy sort of pathway, and sports science helps with that, because it's sort of the basics, a lot of anatomy stuff, and a lot of the curriculum's sort of the same. So yeah, I'm glad that I took this class to sort of get me prepared for that. And yeah, that's it.